Morning, Ron. Can you hear me okay? Buddy trip in Mexico. I think Mexico is the place to go, buddy. For those that want to get out of the States or wherever, I think they should go to Mexico just for the food. Hey, what's going on, Jim? Thanks for joining in. Yeah, hey, Joe, thanks a lot. Almost no one watched it, but it wasn't put out there for general consumption. It wasn't one of those videos that A was planned, and B was more for the a shout out to the people that helped us do our thing there. Hey, Ray, what's going on, brother? Hey, Perry. Good morning, Prairie. Ken, coming up from beautiful San Diego. It sure is beautiful in San Diego. I spent my summers as a lad on Coronado Island. I used to go there all the time, every summer. Stayed with some people who were trying to protect me from my mother. That's a story. So anyway, tried to do a live stream with Jenny over at Miss B's Diary, and it didn't work. So she had technical issues, internet issues. So we'll wait for some more folks to get on here, and we'll get into a topic of some sort, I guess. Hey, Daryl. Give you a shout out all day long, brother. What's going on, brother? How's things in Alabama? Hey, Ken. Yeah, that's right. Well, baby May out here in a little bit. She's playing with her garden right now. Hey, Daryl, welcome on. Good old UK. I wonder what time it is over there. Good morning, Don, in your travels. Yeah, everything's starting to open up, I think. You didn't like, oh, you went to Cancun? Didn't like it? I did my honeymoon on my first marriage a million years ago in Mazatlan. I had a blast. We're doing good, buddy. How are you? No, I'm hearing less. Hey, South Korea. Wow. Oh, I got lost here. Let's see. I got a question here. Hi, Brian. You pay your rent with cash? Yeah. I do. I pay my rent with cash, and it's pretty much a cash society over here. Debit cards and credit cards and all that are, you know, they exist in really big places, but for all intents and purposes, it's a cash society. And the gentleman that I rent from and his wife will not sign a lease. They want the ability to kick you out at any point in time. Right on, Prairie Mark. Visas, and more visas. Good day, Jacob. How are you? Thanks for joining in, man. Scotland. Golly, I'm Scottish. I thought I was Irish, but it turns out that I've got Scottish in me. Yeah, we both downloaded, I think she did. She's going to be live on her own little channel today at 8:30. That's why I went early. What was I going to say? Oh, what did we download? We downloaded some friggin' thing. I can't remember. Joe Biden moment. Anyway, it's an app where I can chat with her and record it. Sort of like Messenger, on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, on Facebook. It's like that. But I can record it, so I'll be able to do a split screen, or she can do a split screen if she wants me on her channel, and the two of us. We were just trying to catch up because I haven't seen her in like a year, and last time she was out here, and so she's a really cool young woman, mom. She has a channel, and we like to shamelessly promote people there. Mark Rubin out there in Vegas. I bet things have opened up there, huh? Good morning, Carrie, out there in Australia. Hey, Perry, how you doing, brother? I don't know if you got a chance to watch our little video that we did, but big shout out to your wife, about 47. Oh, and Baby May is going to have a video about all of that. I think tomorrow it'll be ready. Yeah, I think it's going to start looking good. I think I failed fortune telling in school, but still, my prediction is that by December we'll be able. When I say we, I mean the Philippines. We should be able to travel inter-island. Go here, go there. They're starting to crack open some places. Where was it that Boracay, if I'm saying that right, is accepting people. And you got to go through some stupid hoops, but no quarantines. So I think it's a 2 months, 3 months from now, we'll be able to jack around and go from here to there, take ferries and planes and buses and all that happy stuff because they've got to get things moving. And as far as international flights coming in, I think they're just going to follow what the rest of the world does. So if Vietnam opens up or Thailand opens up, the Philippines, they're kind of followers as opposed to leaders. They'll start doing the same thing. Good morning, Vinny, or evening, whatever it is out there. Hey, what's going on in Detroit? Make me some cars. San Diego. I love San Diego. It's always 71 degrees out there. Hey, Larry, I'm doing good, buddy. Thanks for asking. I like cash. I wish you could cash everything you say. That's the one thing that was really hard for me to adjust to. I shouldn't say hard, but it was the first month I was here, being as stupid as I am. I never carried cash in the States because I lived in Vegas. And so I learned my lesson. If I had 40 bucks in my pocket and I walked into 7-Eleven to buy a pack of cigarettes and walk out with zero, because I put it in the slot machine or something. I'm a video poker. So it was like, so it was like a $40 pack of smokes. And so I just stopped carrying cash. And I just used my debit card for everything. And you can't do that out here. Yeah, the bike is awesome, man. It got fixed. It I bottomed out on a rock and it loosened up a bunch of stuff and I won't go into all the gory details, but it took 3 different mechanics or 4 different mechanics to figure it out. But there's this guy right down the block from us, and he doesn't want me to videotape him because he doesn't have a license to do it. But he's a guy that taught my neighbor's girlfriend how to ride a bike. And so I was asking Baby May, do you want to learn how to ride a bike? And she kept saying no. But I still think it would be a good idea for her to learn. Hey, wow, we're all over the planet. That's awesome. Thank you, Bart. I appreciate you saying that. See, I'm the guy that lost my house. Oh yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. I thought you lost like 2 or 3 properties, didn't you? Holy smokes. California is I'm a native Californian, and it's a great state, but it's a weird state. And I understand that you got, if I'm not misspeaking here, Dennis, I don't think the insurance helped you out, if I remember our conversation right. Good evening out there in Ohio. My buddy's from Ohio. Okay, yeah. Oh, good. Good. That's a nice option. Sell your house, lease it back. All you got to do is be patient and wait with thousands of other people. You got it, buddy. I get the feeling I'm going to be having a lot of coffees or something when you guys get over here, which I'm really looking forward to. Good morning, Jeff. Thanks for stopping by. One thing I wanted to do was get out of Vegas was get away from the gambling. I would never lose big, but I would nickel and dime myself. And every now and then I'd go on a bender. So that wasn't good. So anyway, I don't buy lottery tickets. Yeah, there is a lot of Aussies. Good morning, Walt. Aussies. Everywhere's an Aussie. I think it's because of the time. So I think it's just more palatable. And I changed the little stream here to Monday, my Monday, your Sunday. So I think it makes it more guys are home. It makes it a little easier to jump on. And I never know what we're going to do on the stream. But I kind of like it when people ask questions or make a comment because I have been really, really rotten about replying to everybody's nice comments on the last like 3 videos. And the reason behind that is that A, I'm a lazy human being. And number two, I just was, me and May both have just been beat up every day. We've been rocking and rolling since they lifted most of the restrictions here. And so we've been going here and we've been going there and we've been doing this and we've been doing that. And we both just come home at about 2 in the afternoon. We usually bust out of here about 10. And it's usually about 4 hours that we spend out and about, God knows doing what. And May's always making me go up some friggin' mountain trail. Just beats the crap out of me. Anyway, the last thing I want to do is open up a computer. Reminds me of work. So I apologize for the comments I haven't answered. That's why I do the live stream, so I can talk to you here. And what's coming up? I don't think I'll do any more videos this month. We've only got a couple, 3 days left. I'm trying to help Baby May on hers and get more involved in that. And what else? Something I was going to say. It'll come to me. Yeah, keep your eye out for that. It's my latest video. I think it's called Back to School. And there's Lucy herself. There's the world famous Lucy. Hey, you got like 57 shout outs coming to you on Baby May's next video. She hasn't done it yet. She hasn't posted it yet. But I did like an advertisement yesterday on a video called Back to School Preparation, is what it's called. So we took that donation that you gave us and another guy's donation, and we bought a bunch of backpacks and stuff for the kids, and they all said hi to you, and that's coming out. I think they said hi to you on my video too. But you're in Irvine, California? Let's see, buddy, what's going on? Thailand is talking about me reducing quarantine. Well, you know what? I just say hang in there and screw the quarantine crap. I mean, unless you've got business or family in one of these countries, because if the quarantine's lifted and they say, okay, I heard that there's a test that you can take and go somewhere on some airline. But for me, if I was in the States or Australia and I was cooling my heels and waiting to get over here, I would just have to put on my little patience hat and wear it until they lift this stuff. It's eventually going to crack. It's already starting to. So hang in there, boys and girls. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know you. I think you may have been the guy that asked me this. I don't use. I'm a firm believer in people doing whatever the hell they want to do, as long as they're not hurting other people. I'm a libertarian. And so if you want to sit around and smoke dope all day, I think you should sit around and smoke dope all day, as long as you're not, watching small children. But to answer your question, I'm not a user, so I'm not in that scene, so I can't really answer that question. I believe I hear of guys that will smoke a joint here and there, but it's a big problem if you get caught. I mean, it's like big time jail. So that's probably why I don't hear much about it. Nobody wants anybody else to know. Do not try to bring drugs here. Do not try. And if you're going to try to buy cannabis when you're here, um, you better know the people. And you better be alone. I mean, it's just, that's all I know about. Taiwan, how are you? I was going to go to Taiwan. In fact, I've landed in Taiwan a few times, on those layovers. You're looking young and strong. The weather, the freedom. I think it's not the weather, that's for sure. Actually, it's been cooler, and I think it's if I look a little younger, it might be because I dropped a few pounds. Um, what else? Definitely outlook. May keeps me young. I advise. I don't like to give advice, but I do advise people to hang out with people younger than themselves. You hang out with old folks like me, we talk about our medications. Yes, I think you're right. That's what he's falling. Yeah. Well, none of us know, Ron. It's again, like I said, but the Philippines, just as from what I've observed in my 3.5 years over here, they're not leaders of anything. They're followers of a lot. And so if they see that Vietnam and Thailand and Malaysia and the rest are starting to open their borders and allow people in, I think there's 48% unemployment out here. So when May and I go out, there's a couple of places that we go to, but a lot of the places we used to go to are closed. They're just out of business. So it's kind of weird. Yeah, weird is an understatement. We have weird times we're in, man. Hey, say, hey, what's cooking? Are you planning to buy a baby May or own bike? I would buy I don't know if I'd buy her own bike. I don't know if that's in the old budget because I don't think she could use it. She's 35 years old. And the girl that learned next door, the woman that learned next door is 21. So there's a big difference there. May can ride a bike though. I've seen her ride a bike. We went somewhere and kids had a bike and they got on it and was tooling around. I would love for her to learn how to, just in case she had to. But it's a dangerous proposition out here. I'd be scared stiff if she went out without me. Hey, good morning. Hey, Ralph. I know China's not liking USA involved around there with this kind of fleet. I don't know anything about that, Ron. Yeah. I don't hear much of it. The only drug that I hear about is shabu, which is methamphetamine, and that's what people seem to get busted for. Um, but I had a guy offer me. There's these guys that come up and try to sell you Viagra when you're walking around on the boulevard, and I was outside with my friend Joe. We were smoking a cigarette outside of the Why Not. We went there for breakfast a couple of weeks ago. And the usual guy came over with wallets and belts and Viagra and Cialis and who knows what else. And then he said, Valium. Do you want Valium? And that took me back a little bit. So I don't know if that's because of times are so tough, the guy's expanding his wares, or if that's a sign of the times. Hey, Miss B, what's cooking? Good looking. I gave you a shout out already. I know you're going on at 8:30, so I thought I would come on early. And then you guys need to tune in with Miss B's diary. Did you download that app I told you about for Zoom? That's the name of it. Zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. So you and me need to Zoom together. I haven't tried it out yet. I did download it. And so I think Miss B and I are going to chicka chicka on Zoom one day and we'll record it. Yeah. I am so sorry about that, Dennis. I remember you lost, I thought it was 3 properties and no fire insurance. Was that because they wouldn't sell it to you? That's brutal. Paul, data sense. Yeah, I do. I mean, I wasn't disenchanted with America one iota when I left. I was disenchanted with work, and I was just tired, man. I mean, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired of going to work. I had a lot of personal issues and drama that I was tired of, and I guess if I look back on it honestly, if I had met the right girl coming out of high school or college and had married her and settled down, and we had the proverbial 2.2 kids, and she was cool, and I had a nice little job that I liked, and she stayed at home or had a job, I'd probably still be there, happily married. My cousin, Ed, he's been married for, I don't know, 40 years or something like that, and he's got, he just retired, and he's got a stable income. He was a CPA. He's my age and married to the same woman. He's got a boat, and he's got a lake, and he's got a farm. He lives out in Handsome Home, Arkansas, and he's got a nice little life. And that could just as easily have been me, but my circumstances were different. And so I think I just adjusted. So no, I mean I dig America a lot, and I hate to see what's going on with it right now, but that too shall pass. And all the people that make all the noise and all the problems and create all what's the word? The greasy wheel gets the oil or something like that. I think the silent majority is going to speak in a few days. The construction is probably all done. There is they're starting to move furniture into 3 other units, and so I think that I think by the first, what are we in September? I think October 1 or close to it, there's going to be a few units available. I saw some people here yesterday snooping around, and they're nice places. I recommend it here. Hey, you'd like to change anything on my life? Probably smoking. Yeah, that would be the one thing that I've had the toughest time with is cigarettes. Um, that would be the change. I would never have picked up that first cigarette. Yeah, pick one. Pick one, David. Pick one. We'll attack it. We'll go after it. None at all. Are you sure? I don't know what that means. Hopefully on one of the first planes. Yeah. Come on, come on. What's up, mofos? What's going on, Rain Man? Good morning. Thank you very much. We do our best. Every now and then I have a good one. Most of them are plunkers. I try to stick to my standard of total mediocrity. The Aussie. Some Aussies I can't even understand, especially if they have a couple of coldies. I'm a lazy old dog. Toronto, Canada. How are you, buddy? Yeah. Yeah, I imagine so. But again, I don't. hear a lot of it, but I've had a couple of guys in 3.5 years, maybe two guys that said, "Hey, you know?" I said, "No, it's not my deal." Mm. Cordova, Cebu. I've only been to Cebu, but not Cordova. I've only been to Cebu just to do an exit visa. And 3.5 years ago, I landed in Cebu. And then, so I've just been, the only place I've been in Cebu is the water park and a hotel and immigration. I don't blame you. Smoking's brutal. Just brutal, man. I've kicked so many bad habits, but that's the one that has stuck with me. Oh, thank you. Actually, we're not. Well, we are. We're like the mules. We're like the rented caravels. We're just toting stuff up the mountain. But a couple of people sent us some funds. And then I guess that all started a couple of weeks ago because Baby May just got it on her heart. She was going to take her YouTube money and she was going to dedicate a portion of that to feeding these kids that we met up at the Japanese shrine. And so we went to Hypermart and she bought a bunch of chicken and rice and cooked it up and took it up there. And then some people saw, and she just did a video about it. And then some people saw it. And then just the other day, my friend and another woman sent sent us some funds to go back up there and do something. So Baby May, being the Chinese person that she is, she grinds on the best deal. We went and we said, well, we'll do backpacks. We'll do back to school. And the backpacks were like 400 or 500 pesos a copy. And we were like, that's pretty strong. And then she found a place that sells wholesale, and they were 240 pesos each. So we were able to get, I think we got 30 or 40 backpacks and crayons and pencils and papers and pens and toothbrushes and toothpaste and body soap and all that kind of stuff. And May brought food. So it was a fun day, but it was a hard day down those hills. Hey, good morning. Yeah, everybody go to Baby May and watch her stuff. I'm gonna get less and less involved in my channel and more involved in her channel. So that should totally screw her up. But I'm gonna do stuff like hold the camera, and there's parts of her videos that need an explanation, and she's kind of limited with her English ability, or she gets shy about it. So I'll just pop my ugly head in there and talk, and then give it back to her. And we got a gimbal. So I bought a gimbal from Geo, but we've yet to be able to make it work. We're having a problem with the app that goes via Bluetooth to it. So Geo tried it, and we were at a coffee shop and we had a lousy internet connection. So anyway, that's my day to day is try to get the stupid gimbal to work. Yeah, come on out. Come on, come on. Yeah, something's cooking. Baby May will be cooking something today. I'm gonna try to make a cake. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, we answered that question. Good morning, Dennis. Thanks for jumping along. Hey, thank you, Mike. If you're asking me where in California, it was the San Fernando Valley, Northridge, Panorama City, Van Nuys. Yeah, thank you, Daryl. I was just talking about that. I was in the car business for 40 years, Dan. Yeah, there's Lucy. There's one of the contributors right there. Let's give a round of applause to Lucy. It's funny. It's funny, Lucy, is I called it Prayer Mountain. I said, here we are at Prayer Mountain. I had Prayer Mountain on my brain because May and I had been there a few days before, and the bike ride up was over the worst road you could imagine. And it just kicked my ass. And I kept griping to May. I said, we're never going back to Prayer Mountain. And so I had that on my head for some reason. And I was really tired. So, anyway. Good morning, Derek. People are getting tired. Yeah, you know what? I'm tired of the quarantine, and I got almost total freedom out here. But I think it's time that we just move on. All right, so we'll be tuning in at 8:30 with Miss B's Diary. Yeah, there you go. Just be patient, save you money, and when you come out here, you'll have that much more fun. I heard it's like really expensive right now in America, like triple. So I don't know. I'd be curious if anybody out in America watching this, you could tell me how much a Big Mac costs compared to what it was before COVID. I'd be interested. Or what it cost for really anything that's kind of like normal. I'm not talking about home prices or anything, but a friend of mine went back and he is in Nantucket, excuse me, which I know is kind of a pricey area. He paid like $12 for a Big Mac fries and Coke, something like that. And I could swear that when I left the States, I could get a Big Mac fries and Coke for about $5 in Vegas, but maybe I'm not remembering right. Somebody help me, please. Not worth the risk. Oh, I think we're still talking about the cannabis thing. Yeah, doing any kind of illegal activity is not worth the risk. Oh, okay, right on, buddy. So that there is a test that they're starting to do on, I think, United or something like that, where you get on and you do a test, but the test is expensive. So again, unless you just have to get here, I would just take a chill pill and relax, and then go not necessarily here, but wherever you want to go. Yeah, we're chatting amongst ourselves. That's a true statement, bro. That is a true statement. They have no tolerance here for that, and they love to publicize it. Everybody saying hi to Jenny. That's correct, Eric. That is correct. Well, yeah, come on, Carrie. Come on back. Uh-huh. Yeah. All these countries, man, they do not, in a way, I get it because they don't want their societies poor enough as it is. And they've got enough issues, and drugs and gambling tend to prey on the poor. So it just adds to their misery. So, although I'm a guy that thinks you should be able to do whatever it is you want to do, there is a little responsibility we need to show, especially when it comes to those downtrodden. Uh, yeah, yeah, you don't play. He don't play. I don't, but maybe some of the viewers know, Stuart. And thanks for being a new subscriber. I don't understand that. I'm sorry. Uh, oh, you're right around the corner from us. So you're here 3 years too, right on. Where is baby May? I think she's in the shower. She was jacking around with her garden earlier. She'll show up. She always does. What's the age gap? I'm long as really for 1 year. No, yet do the flight restrictions. 30 years. I'm 65, and baby May is 35. Good morning. I don't know. I think it's just the lighting. A George Hamilton fan. George Hamilton. Never happened to him. Where am I here? Here we go. Morning, morning, morning. Hey, Scuba Tom, what's going on, buddy? Scuba Tom was a buddy of mine, and you went back to the States, I think, right? I haven't seen much of you. But I'm still enjoying those hamburgers, if you know what I mean. All right. I think there's a lot of people in a holding pattern right now. There's baby May. You may jack up with me from another room. She's in the garden. Oh, there you are. I just put your post up.
Yeah, I've been in the garden.
Oh, out back? Oh, okay.
Good morning, guys. Thank you for watching for live.
May likes to count the viewers. He's a numbers person. No, she did not. I'm good. She did not learn to ride a scooter. They were too poor to have a scooter. So, and when May was 15, she got shipped off to Manila and went to work for a woman for 10 years. So she was pretty much housebound. She went to go get coffee. You want coffee? Said no. She picked herself up and got it anyway. See, look, there it is. You want to grab a chair and come
Coffee,
join us?
guys.
You want to join? You want to grab a chair?
I want to edit my video in Japanese.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Bye bye, guys.
She's gonna go off. She's off to work. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. That's what I'm looking for. All the complainers. Yeah. I didn't see the word happily injected there, Ron. What I was referring to is if I met, my soulmate and was there for 40 years. But I get you. Okay, all right. Yeah, well, I think you're blessed, that you had that. That's kind of the exception to the rule, Ron. To be happily married for 30 years. I'm sorry you lost your wife. My first wife died at the age of 42 due to a brain embolism, so I can relate. And then my second wife still lasted. Are you the happiest you've been in your life? I can definitely say that I am. Yeah. I'm in with American chick. Thank you very much. What's going on, Fargo? Wow, my mouse is jumping around here. A lot of love stories. So I don't know what my next video is going to be. I think I'm going to have Andy, the lady boy, needs to come back because I promised I would do a follow-up video with like a question and answer thing. And so I did get some questions that I was going to ask Andy about. And I want to have Andy over here to the apartment because we were videotaping at Bo's Coffee. And once again, I didn't even know we were going to do a video. It was May's idea. And I'm glad we did. It was an interesting video. And I'm still really curious about a lot of things about ladyboys. And that's that. But I want to have her here where it's quiet because I was really distracted because what happened, we were at Lowe's Coffee and I started doing an interview, which is fine. And then they started grinding beans. And then 2 or 3 people came into Lowe's Coffee. And 2 of the 3 recognized me and wanted to come over and start talking to me. And they were standing like this far away from me as I was talking to Andy. I was trying to focus on Andy and I was trying to like let them know we're busy here, you know. And so anyway, and the chicken's getting jealous because he hasn't been on the show for a while. I didn't get any shots. I looked into that. I asked my doctor, and I thought I could just go to my doctor and say, "Hey, I'm going overseas. Give me all the malaria shots." He says, "No, you got to go to the health department." And so I didn't want to do that. And then they actually opened up a clinic, if you will, on Rainbow Boulevard in Las Vegas that did shots. And I went over and I checked into it, and it was too much money. It was like $300 or $400 to get shots. So I just never did it. But if I was coming over here and I had the opportunity and the money, I think, and if you're going to be traveling, I think something like malaria might be something you want to immune yourself from. If I had it to do all over again and I had the money, even though I haven't gotten sick from any of that stuff, I think it's prudent, you know, ounce of prevention. And okay, cool. You're in Gibraltar right now. I know that, and I guess it's an issue getting back here. But you're going to go over to London. Is that where you're going? Yeah, London. Okay, cool. Yeah, vlog from London. There you go, Prairie Mark. Good on you. Yeah, I know. Easier said than done, my brother. I'm going to have to do income tax for the first time in 3 or 4 years because of the YouTube deal. So if you make $5, you got to report it. And I don't know what May's got to do. She's got to do something with taxation out here. But I don't. I always like doing tax returns, so I always got a refund. But I didn't pay. You know, I didn't have anything withdrawn, so I owe money. Oh well. Yeah, I think December is going to loosen up here a lot. I don't know about international stuff, but I said it earlier in the stream that I think that the Philippines will do what everybody else does. If Vietnam opens up or Thailand opens up, then they'll start opening up. Wow. Okay, so awesome. Thank you for answering that. But what was it pre-COVID? I'm trying to figure out if, because man, my friend Monty is over there. He's working building fences. He does wooden fences, and he has a wife and a child here. He had to go back to the States to make the almighty dollar. God bless him. And he said triple wood prices because of the COVID thing. So I was just curious if the triple gas price. I don't know. I just don't know. If I went into Walmart and I wanted to buy a can of Folgers coffee, I can't remember what it cost, to be honest with you. But if it costs $10, does it cost $20, or is it the same? Or there's certain things are going up. That's what I'm curious about. And how much are hotel prices and all that jazz. So it's up 25% in Newfoundland. Okay. I do not. No, I don't. I help with the laundry because we put it in a bag and we take it to a washing machine place. And May does all the cooking and she does all the cleaning. You're a little higher here. Okay. Really? So that doesn't sound that dramatic. They still have a dollar menu, which is good, and gas is $2. Wow. Good morning, Catfish. Sorry to hear that about your brother, man. Yeah, she's good. She did a little guest appearance a minute ago. I don't know where she was. She's out jacking around with her garden. Big Mac fries and Coke. I had was about $8.50. Now, am I wrong? But I'm thinking 3 years ago it was like $5. I'm thinking that. Big Mac fries, Coke, maybe $6. So is that a big increase after COVID? Is what I'm asking. Oh, okay. So you're bailing out and coming back. Yeah. Well, 6 months is pretty cool. Good on you. Have a good walk, Barry. Congratulations on your weight loss. That's a good job. M&M without peanuts. Good morning. Back to home. Good morning. Hey, good morning, Ian. I've been wondering about you. Um, I wish you had Messenger, dude. 'Cause I hate email. I like to talk. I don't like to type. But I need to know what your current situation is. You know what I mean? I need an update. George Hamilton is still alive at 81. That's awesome. All right, I guess you're going to bed. Good night. Thank you for watching us. Yeah, thank you, Tony. I like that kind of comment. I like all the humor. We're doing great, Kevin. Thank you for asking. Oh, thank you, Fisher. We appreciate that. Yeah. What do you do when you see your wife staggering around in the backyard? Reload. Everything is good, Gene. Thank you very much. Don't do the interview with the lady because she might get him to go to the bedroom. Oh, well, no, not be that way. Yeah, I like Andy. And I talked to her yesterday. I think somebody saw the video, and I think she made a new friend from the video. There was some guy somewhere, I forget where, added her on WhatsApp or something like that. So she sent me a screenshot of that. And I told her, I said, we were supposed to get together yesterday, as a matter of fact, but we got waylaid with this food thing. So anyway, Andy's going to be back probably in the next day or two, and maybe that'll be like the last video of this month. I'm trying to slow it down. I have to remind myself I'm retired, and I've been really shitty with comments. I apologize to you guys. I have not. I just haven't been in the mood to open the computer up. So you guys are leaving all these nice comments, and I should be responding. I should be saying hello and thank you and all that good stuff. I just haven't done it. So I apologize. Yeah. Yeah, it was actually good. in spite of the circumstances. We had all these people gathering around looking at us, and I don't know. It's all good. Hello, good morning, Arthur. Yeah, yeah. I think that's a good one. FB. Actually, we got another little thing that's going to be on the couch with me, and Baby May came rolling out with it the other day, and it's going to be a welcome addition. I've got this idea in my head. I want to change the cover art. Girls in the bikinis. The only reason I put that up there is the only photograph that I had that I took sideways and it would fit the parameters for YouTube. And I want to replace that, but I have a friend of mine that's a photographer. And I have an idea in mind for the old dog new tricks theme, if you will. So I want to change that around. I think by the time I hit 20,000 subscribers, that's going to be my goal, is to do that. I like old school rock and roll, but at the same time, my music taste is eclectic, but I think it's pretty broad. Um, big fan of David Bowie. Not just his music, but his life and his art. Um, and then, the old school stuff that I grew up with, Elvis and the Beatles and the Stones and Aerosmith, Steely Dan, all these guys that I went and saw at the concert. And I'm super spoiled because I saw all the aforementioned people, the Who, Steely Dan, Elton John. I didn't see the Beatles, but I saw the Stones. I saw them all for like $5, $6. Back in the day, we used to have a choice. Do we want to go to a concert at the Santa Monica Civic, or do we want to go to Knuckleheads party down the street? And we would all just buy a van when I was a kid. And so, like, 12 of us would pile into my van, and we would go to the Santa Monica Civic. I actually saw Aerosmith as an opening act for a group called Mock the Hoople. There you go. Got in your pipe and smoke it with your cannabis. I really like where I'm living a lot. We're way up the hill. The apartment is air conditioned perfectly. I mean, I can just turn on the air, and the ambient temperature in the entire little apartment is that. This is what I want it to be. It actually gets cold in here. My old apartment, it would only cool off the bedroom, and it did a bad job of doing that. So, and what else? It's super quiet. It's got its own weather system up here, so it'll be raining almost every night, which I enjoy. And I don't have a bad thing to say about it. Yeah, they live next door to me, and I don't see him that much, to be honest with you. He's busy. He's got a YouTube channel. She's got a YouTube channel, and so he's a busy boy. We message each other. Well, we'll see each other. The thing is we'll just lean around and start talking to each other. But usually he's doing something or I'm doing something. So it's just a matter of being busy. And we keep meaning to get together and have a cup of coffee, but it just doesn't happen. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Thanks for answering that question. I've got my question is posed to everybody is what are prices doing where you're at? So metal and wood. So that's what's really going up. I guess food prices are pretty stable. Because see, I'm thinking about bumping into the States back this coming March. That's my dad's birthday, and I want to try to be there for that. So I'm kind of curious. I haven't done any research, of course, but I'm kind of curious as to how much like a hotel price would be and what food prices are and all that good stuff. And I would probably go to California, where my dad's at, which is in La Quinta, California, near Palm Springs. And then I would take a bus to Vegas and bump around Vegas for 3 or 4 days, seeing friends. And uh, a couple of my kids are in Vegas, so I'd like to go see them or have them come see me. Why not? And uh, I want to do a Balak buy-in box where I can go into Walmart and just buy stuff that I can't find here. Uh, Not toys, but just staple stuff, like pants and shoes and all that kind of stuff. It's hard to find my size here, being a badass. Prices have not changed here. Groceries are the same. Fast food and restaurants are a little higher. They're trying to make up for lost time. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you very much. Very stable. Okay. Huh. All right. So it's sort of like different across the country. I guess gasoline's got to be cheap because I know the price of oil's taking a crap. Metal and wood, 30. So that's interesting. Lumber and metal and stuff to build a house. Like my friend Monty, he said that lumber has tripled. So he's had to charge more just to build a wooden fence. I don't know what this guy's saying. There you go. I wonder what that's from. I wonder why the lumber got hammered. Alcohol's gone up. Hotels have great deals. Groceries the same. All the way. McDonald's is still $1. Gas 204. I'm missing Asia. So that's actually good news for me if it stays that way. I'm not worried about the alcohol because I'm not a big drinker. I could use a great deal in a hotel. Groceries are the same. Gas is cheap. It doesn't really affect me because I wouldn't be getting a car. I might rent a car now that I think about it. But I think I prefer just to use Grab and the bus system and you know maybe just hijack some old lady's car. Hey man, what's going on? Or Gene, I'm sorry I say man. Ma'am. Nice to see you, Gene. Good question for Ian. Yeah, right here at my house. I have the inn on steaks. I eat steak all the time. It's part of my little diet. And a place called Bellcrest. You can buy steaks. And you can't, in my mind, you can't get a good steak at a restaurant around here. Of course, I've heard various stories, and I've never ordered one. So, well, I have. I have ordered a couple. I've not been impressed. But we make a great steak here at the Dill compound. Yeah. I am retired. The thing about the comments is I think that if someone takes the time to write to me, I should show the courtesy of writing back to them. And that's pretty easy to do when you do a kind of a flop video, a video that no one really likes and you get 30 or 40 comments. And it's really easy to go in. But then if I have a video that lights up, it gets 10 or 20,000 views and it gets 3 or 4. I wake up and there's 300 comments. Like, wow, it's going to take the better part of the day. Because what happens is, even though the internet's faster here, the comment section on my little YouTube channel, it takes forever to just hit it. I don't know what the deal is. No. Thanks on that. Yeah, I've heard the same thing. I think Makati, which is I've never been to, but it's like the high rent district in Manila. You can get just about anything you want there. Kind of like the Beverly Hills. There you go. Good on you, Ian. You and I need to have a chit chat. Wow. Yeah, I was 9 years old in '64. My sister is 5 years older than me, and she almost went to Woodstock, but I think she got sick or something and didn't go. All right. I enjoyed this with everybody. I like blues. I'm not a big jazz fan, but I do like blues. Yeah, that was, again, I'm a live and let live kind of guy. I think that you should do whatever you want to do as long as you're not harming other people. So I've said it before, I say it again. If, you know, we're born into sin, so we can't really judge one another. I mean, I know we're all judgmental, and that's part of our nature. But if someone's sexual orientation, or if you want to sit at home, I've always said follow your bliss. And so a lot of the guys here that come over from wherever, and they go to a table and they sit down and they pound beers from 9 o'clock in the morning until 9 o'clock at night. And I hear other guys speak disparagingly of them. And I don't agree with that. I think that if you want to go to a table and start your day at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning with an ice cold beer, and you want to end it with an ice cold beer, and that's your bliss, then follow it. That's what you should do. I don't want anybody telling me what I should or shouldn't do. I mean, I know I'm feeling the love when people tell me to quit smoking, but it's like, you know what? I'm a big boy. I have parents, and I feel the love, and I appreciate that. But I really think that if you just want to sit at home and smoke a bowl, smoke a bowl. If you want to sit at home, if you're an atheist, be an atheist. By all means, that's your right and your privilege. If you're a born again Christian, then sit at home and praise Jesus. If you're two guys living together, I hope you invite me to the wedding. I mean, just do it. I don't want other people telling me how to live my life. Therefore, I try not to invade other people's worlds. But I'm interested in other people's worlds. So that's why talking to someone like Andy, I think is enlightening. I had a bunch of people say, I'm unsubscribing to your channel. See you later. All right, I'm done. I like Pink Floyd, sure. My kids really like Pink Floyd. It's like zippity doo dah. I don't know of any crime out here except my fashion taste. That's a crime. I don't know. I think you feel comfortable after you hang it. I don't have a problem asking Andy anything. I think that I was really enlightened by his or her response that he felt like a she at like 5 or 6 years old, and a light bulb went on in my head. And I said, "Ah," because I kept thinking of puberty, puberty, puberty. That's when I became interested in girls, and so me being the narrow-minded um, moron that I am, I figured that if you're gay, that at puberty, if I was gay, I would have been interested in other men or males. But that wasn't the case. And it made sense as I rewound right there when Annie said no when I was 5 or 6, it clicked that when I was 5 or 6 years old and I started to socialize with other kids, I wanted to play army. You know what I mean? I was like, and I wanted to play baseball and I wanted to throw rocks at things and break stuff. Where Andy wanted to dress up and play with dolls. And so I found that very enlightening. Um, Yeah, I could ask that. That's a fair question. Let's see. Where did I go here? Here's Ian with his fan base. I never got into the Grateful Dead, but I know the Deadheads. I was always fascinated by the Deadheads. Andy Garcia, and they did a few songs that I liked, but I think that was more stoner music or LSD music. I cannot find the old lady. I cannot. I have not. You know, I did that video. I think it was called Aging, and I talked about this old lady that I see like twice a week or whatever, and I've yet to see her. But I got my eye out for her. I don't know what happened. I don't know if she's still around you. I saw another really, really old woman day before yesterday, and I took some pictures of her, and but I was afraid to post them because I thought people would get it confused with the other woman. But that is one of my goals. Is I want to speak to a really, really old person that was possibly involved when the Japanese were here in the war. But it's going to take some doing. You know, it's going to take some doing. And I also want to interview some single Filipino men, and that's easier said than done. So most of them don't want to, you know, associate with me on that level. So there's some stuff I really want to do, but it's easier said than done. Costco, hot dog and drink. Yeah, so that sounds about right. Thank you for that information, man. Is that what it is? Yeah, there have been a lot of fires. I guess that makes sense. Hey, old soldier, what's going on? I've held steady. I've lost 10 pounds and I've just been holding steady at that, the 10-pound mark. I haven't gained, I haven't lost any more. Yeah, sure. I'll help you, man. It's really simple. If I can do it, you can do it. Trust me. Yeah, we're getting no subscriptions. We're promoting Baby May. Oh, I just answered that. Yeah. All right. That makes sense. See, I asked the questions. I'm asking all the questions here. It's great. Yeah. Again, it's March. So, you know, around February, if if it looks like I can get back in the country, I'll go. If I can't, I'll just have to take my own advice and wear my little patience hat and wait it out. Hey, what's going on, Texas? Good morning to you. Thank you, Stacy. Yeah, we enjoyed that. It's a lot of work. Oosh. But May's got the video that's coming up. I think she's working on editing it. So we'll probably release that tonight or tomorrow. I don't know. It's funny, if you look at YouTube analytics, it'll tell you what is the best time to release a video when most of your subscribers are on. And like I said, I've kind of stopped paying attention to my channel. I've just been floating around trying to help her. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. I got behind again. Ooh. Where did I go? Number. Okay, here we are. I'm an atheist who's smoking a bowl now. Enjoy. Funny. And thank you, Darren. mind. I think a lot of us born in the 50s down. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I think a lot of stuff that in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, I think those generations accomplished a lot and defeated a lot of stuff. I think that the stuff as far as pollution and racism and civil rights, freedom of speech, we were all brought up to embrace that. And I see a big flip backwards recently, but I think that's from outside sources that are pushing. I don't worry too much about the flamethrowers in America because I know what the silent majority is capable of. I don't know what was funny. I'm getting behind. Thanks for the thumbs up. Yeah, no, me either. But I'm fascinated and I get it. I get it. It was like a light bulb came on in my head. I thought that makes sense. Um, and I'm really curious about that. So I have a lot of questions too for Andy. I'm looking forward to talking with him. We are all atheists. I'm a born again Christian. Yeah, yeah. I enjoy the wisdom. It makes you really relaxed if you gain some wisdom. I'm not very smart, but I feel like I've got some wisdom. How long have we been on here? We gotta go pretty soon. Oh yeah, I gotta go before 8:30. But don't pick it too much. There's not much left in there. So Miss V's diary is going to be on at 8:30, and I don't want to get into her airtime. No, no. The only danger I have ever felt, to be honest with you, is from another expat. A couple of expats, a couple of loopy guys that, uh, you know, are considered dangerous. So, okay, I'm going to go 4 more minutes. That's 8:15 because this feed's going to be on at 8:30. So I want to make sure you guys catch her show. Let's see. I don't know which one was it. The latest one? Yeah, I want to get more and more involved with May's channel and less on my own. Let's leave it at that. We have not checked into it. I don't do anything without knowing that it's for real. So it's like I don't want to start looking at trips to Palawan until it's a viable thing to do. But I don't know. Do they have any places to go there? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did. I did. I just read that this morning. Some dude that works in Thailand. Ian can tell you about Thailand. Ian Yarwood. He's got a YouTube channel and a great blog and Twitter account. He's been investigating he's been reporting about the big cover-up when that British couple got murdered in Thailand, and the Burmese got thrown under the bus. So it's brutal, isn't it? I mean, you think land of smiles and gentle people and all this and that and the other. Boy, when it comes to enforcement and freedom of speech and all that, there is a story in Yale that was fascinating to me. That a guy wrote a crappy review about a resort, and the resort sued him. And it's not like he went there on vacation and then skedaddled back to Australia or America rather. But he's working there. So the police went to his house and arrested him. And I don't know, man. That's scary. That's scary. I have to be very careful about what I say about local stuff here, and I never go off the hook. I'm mostly, I'm explaining to you that if you smoke dope or get caught with illegal drugs, it's no secret that the ramifications are huge. Hey, man, thank you. We're 1 minute away, so I'm going to say goodbye. I don't know anything about snuff. Subscription costs. Subscription costs will remain the same. Yes, you're always ahead of me. And subscription costs are 50% off this week. All right, so I'm going to take a couple more. I just want to see if there's anything that I have. I think I've got everybody on there. I want to make sure that I don't just put the same people up. Oh, I don't mean to correct you, Douglas, but I do speak my mind. And like I said, I understand that when people tell me to stop doing this and stop doing that out of love, and I take that very much, and I appreciate it very much. But I'm a big boy, and I'm going to believe in Jesus because I believe in Jesus, and I'm going to smoke until I decide not to smoke. And I went on a diet and I lost some weight, and that's because I decided to do that. And so I just want everybody to, and I think Andy should be Andy. I think Andy wants to be a lady boy or wants to be gay. He can be gay. It doesn't work. It doesn't rock my world. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to get out of here so I don't step on other people's airtime. And again, I will not probably be doing a video again until next month, but everybody tune in to Baby May's Cooking and Adventures, because I'm going to get more involved in that, and her and I will be running around doing goofy stuff. So thank you very much for joining with us. It's always fun to take your questions, and thanks for answering my questions today. I mean, I had questions about cost and all that good stuff, and so I will see all you crazy people later.